Oh my god, this guy's can't wait. He gets it. Trolled.
Oh, I was trying to burst in between it. You can't burst. You can't burst there when you like throw them.
Dude, good. I didn't burst safe because I was worried my teammate was gonna burst it out. Yeah.
Alright. 2x Pale's Alpha was purely exactly what I thought it was going to be. Absolutely dog shit. So I can't really say that I was disappointed. You've probably already heard pretty much, all of the opinions thrown around and whatnot. And I'm a bit late on this topic because I got sidetracked with another thing. And then that thing got fucked. But I'm still going to give my opinions anyway because I played it and I was like, hey, I'm going to give my opinions on this. And honestly, it's mainly what I expected. I didn't expect too much from this game. I was expecting it to be ass. And I played it back in last year's EVO. What is it, 22, when it was still Project L. And I didn't think the game was going to be that great when I played it then. And I played it again at this EVO, 2024. And then it still was like, eh. And then, of course, when I actually got to sit down with the alpha and test it out and play with the game a bit more, it's not great. The game is not great. And like I said, you probably heard all of it before by other people, and this isn't a fucking breakdown. I'm not going to do all that shit. But generally, what I would say is the main issue with the game is that the people that they hired, they're like, oh, we're going to hire all these people from all these different fighting games, right? Hiring all kinds of different people from different fighting game backgrounds, Marvel vs. Capcom and, Guilty Gear and all kinds of like animes and anime fighters and shit and Street Fighter and whatnot, right? So they tried to get a wide, diverse range of, different types of players from different games. And essentially what this was is each one of them wanted to make, essentially what this game feels like is each one of those players wanted to make this game, their fucking fantasy cum dump game. And basically each one of them was like, oh, I want to make this game, X game that I play, and the whole game turned into a big bukkake of a shit ton of stupid mechanics and just too much shit, too much jingling keys, too many bars. The main issue I think with this game that I have is, one, I don't like meter in the first place. This game just, in short, just has way too many fucking mechanics. You got, what is it? Not push block, but the push guard or whatever the fuck. You have the, fake V-shift. You have the fucking, where it's, I think it's called retreating guard or something like that. You have a whole groove system. You have assists. You have burst. You have, of course, 3 supers. And there's too much shit. There's too many stupid fucking mechanics. There's too much shit. There's no real clear design what this game's supposed to be. And it just feels like a bukkake cum dump of a shit ton of different mechanics from other fighting games shoved into this game. And that's essentially my main issue. And I just don't like it. I don't like that kind of design. I don't even like meter and bars in general. And the game just feels very, I don't know, messy, right? And it feels like there's no reason all these mechanics are put into the game. They're just shoved into the game just because they're cool, I guess. And a lot of the stuff is like really janky, like the burst. I can't stand the way the fucking burst works, and it's just there's too much shit. It's too noisy. The game's too messy, and it seems like the devs don't know what they want this game to be, and it seems like each one of these, the people that they got for this game just want to turn this fighting game into their favorite fighting game, and in turn it just turns into an amalgamation of mechanics that are just sloppily put in because they're cool, right? And I can't fucking stand it, and I'm not even really sure what the game wants from you here. Is this supposed to be a high-speed type of anime game? Is this game supposed to be grounded footsies? Is this game just roll dice until someone dies? I don't even think the devs really know what they're going for here, and it just feels very, very sloppy. And as far as like the characters and stuff go, I don't like to judge a game, especially this early. It's technically not even a beta, it's a fucking alpha, as well as even when the game like does launch, I don't like to judge it even on launch, because usually things are a little bit sloppy on launch, and this goes for any game, not just fighting games. Any video game, usually when it comes out on launch, there's a lot of fucked up shit, and the vanilla versions of video games are never that great, right? But I mean, I think the balancing was okay. I think the balancing is alright, but I feel like pretty much every single team towards the end of the alpha had Darius or Ariana. You had to have Darius or Ari. Especially Darius Darius is one of the most fucked up characters I think I've ever seen in a fighting game. He's so fucking goofy on so many fucking levels. He's absolutely amazing at everything. I think the point of Darius was he was supposed to be that like jack of all trades, master of none kind of character. That character to help you first start playing the game, right? A character kind of like Soul Bad Guy or Paul or Ryu or like Liu Kang or something, right? A character that's just like, they have pretty much everything you need, but they don't necessarily have everything you want, and they're kind of just well-rounded at everything. And those characters are not meant to be good. I don't think they should ever be good, because when they're not jack of all trades, master of none, and they're good at something, then they're extremely fucked up. And I think Darius was supposed to be kind of that kind of character, where he's a very simplistic, easy character to get into and start the game with, but at a certain point, he just ends up, falling off and not being that good, and just kind of being mediocre, because he's got a little bit of everything, but instead, Darius is extremely fucked up. He's probably the best. In my opinion, I think Darius is literally better at everyone, at fucking everything, and so much easier to use at literally everything. Anything you can name, he's just better at. Damage, it's hard to find a character that does better damage. I mean, I guess maybe Yasuo rivals him for that. Mix-ups, he just fucking apprehends into go fuck yourself. Range, his footsies are absolutely incredible, and his stand medium punch is fucking stupid. That, I think it's forward special 2. The big slice move is what it is. I think the second hit on it, I think is reactable. I didn't have enough time to really, play with it that much, and find it. But I noticed, a lot of people are able to parry the second hit fairly consistently, and I think there is, a couple frames of it that are reactable if he wants to go for that. But it's this character is stupid. Across the board, he's fucking dumb. He's amazing at everything. The only thing you could say is, Echo has better Oki, I guess. But it's just, Darius was fucking stupid. Almost every team had Darius on it. They didn't have Darius, they had Ahri. And Darius also just has one of the best assists, the fucking, his, bash thing that he does from running. Absolutely goofy assist, gives you a full combo, and literally just does everything. And if they didn't have Darius, they had Ahri, right? And merely because of her assist as well. She's pretty mediocre outside of her assist, is obviously the best fucking assist in the game. If not, rivaled with Darius's, right? And this assist literally does absolutely everything. It makes you plus again, you take your turn back, blah, blah, blah. It extends the combos, it OTGs, it washes your dishes too. It does absolutely everything. There's nothing this assist doesn't do. And this is probably my biggest problem, my biggest gripe with 2xKO, that I feel like not enough people are talking about. There's too much fucking assist, okay? Everything else, that can be changed. Balancing, that's whatever, right? But there's too much fucking assist, especially with the 2x assist. It's too fucking much. It's too fucking much. The cooldown is, it's 3 or 2 seconds. It's basically non-existent. There's essentially no cooldown for assists, and like I said, assists are very strong, and usually in most games they're around 10 seconds or so, right? But in this game, like I said, it's basically every 2 seconds they got their assist up, especially with 2x assists where they get to fucking just do it again. It's these assists will do everything. They basically make the game 1 to 2 hits, right? They extend your combos, they force you to block, they make you plus, they make you take your turn back, and these assists are stupidly strong, especially because you can also just assist and then tag to them, and it's a whole fucking mess. And I think the reason the cooldown for the assists is so short is because they want this game to be multiplayer, right? They want to have people doing 2v2 battles. Here's the issue with that. They want people to do these 2v2 battles, and the thing is if you have, if all the other person gets to do is wait 10 seconds, and then they can go in and throw an assist for 10 seconds, that other player is going to get bored, right? And that's what they don't want. They don't want you to do the 2v2 battles and have the other player get bored. However, the big issue, I think, is the devs here are really going to have to decide, do they want this game to be predominantly played 2v2, or do they want it to be played 1v1? Because here's the thing, most of the people that I fought, the majority of people, I played some 2v2, I played some 1v1. Most of the people playing this game are playing only one person. They're playing by themselves. They are not doing the two players, and the 2 players is just strictly worse than doing one. Having your other person be able to control your assist and your burst is just an absolute downside. You have to rely on that person, or basically give callouts. Hey, if I get hit here, you got to burst here, right? Or, I'm going to need you to assist to this combo. And usually, you're going to assist the same time at every single combo, right? So there's no real varying it up here, right? So you might as well just be playing 1v1 and then have control of essentially 2 characters, especially if you're better than the other person you're playing with. And there's no reason to do the 2v2. It's a nice novelty. It's fun. It's cool. I do like it. And I think it's fun to play with friends. But there's no competitive advantage to it. It's just a disadvantage, and a big disadvantage at that you don't really get to fully control and have that coordination with your assists and your burst. And even, like I said, even if you have very good cohesion with the person you're playing with, and you kind of got your shit figured out, hey, in this scenario, you're going to assist here and blah, 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 it's still, you'll still never be perfect. You're not fucking, like linked together psychically. It's not going to be perfect, and at that point you might as well be playing 1v1. And an issue, maybe this is just like me and my friends and whatnot, but an issue that I found is sometimes people just wouldn't tag out, and it's like, dude, tag out. You have like all this gray life. You get hit once again, you're dead. You need to tag out. Where basically the other person we're fighting is playing like a 1v1 or something, right? Playing one player, and they're tagging and switching their characters all the time, and then my person that I'm playing with won't tag out. And now he's sitting here with all this gray life, and it basically is having our health because he's not tagging out, and I'm telling him to tag out, and then he won't tag out. And I think that's another issue. It's just like you're basically relying on somebody to be a competent human being, and from at least my friends, I can't expect that, right? I feel like the 2v2, right? The 2v2 is a novelty, but shouldn't be the hook of the game. And I feel like they're making decisions and trying to balance the game around the 2v2. And the thing is it's just too much assisting. It's too much assisting, having it every 2 to 3 seconds, having an assist. It's too fucking much. It's way too much. And it's like, oh, I can use it to extend my combos. I can use it to have block pressure. I can use it to have all of these things. And I really never have to worry about it going away. And I just find it really annoying. And that was one of the things I didn't like about Dragon Ball, was I felt like there was too much assisting. But it's nothing compared to this. And I guess you only have 1 assist in this game as well. And while in like something like Dragon Ball, you're going to have 2 assists, but it's still very annoying. The amount of assists, it's too much. It's too fucking much. And another issue is it's very easy to just hold up back the whole time. And you really can't be hurt by holding up back, right? And just kind of throwing your assist out. And some games even just like look like a fucking Pokemon battle, where it's just like, oh, I'm just going to hold up back the whole time. And then the enemy player is holding up back the whole time. And then they're just kind of throwing out assists, right? Until they can sort of get the green light to move in and then start all their shit. And it's just, the assist is too predominant in the game. And I think something needs to change. I think that the cooldown should be longer. 6 seconds at the least. Probably 10 seconds, but the problem with that is, like I said, it would get pretty boring if I have to wait every 10 seconds to use my fucking assist as the player too, right? I think it is certainly a significant disadvantage to play 2v2, and I think in any competitive standard, in any rank at a high level, or any, pro tournaments or anything, you're going to see nobody running 2v2. There's no advantage to doing it, it's just a disadvantage, and they want to keep the playing single player. They want to make it where you can do everything playing single player as you can playing 2-player. But I really think that the 2-player is such a disadvantage. I think maybe give single player 6-second cooldowns, 2-player 3-second cooldowns, or something like that. I think 3-second cooldowns is way too fucking short. Maybe 4 or 5-second cooldowns, and then single player gets 10-second cooldowns or 8-second cooldowns, twice the amount of the 2-player. But I think I think that's the big issue I have with this game over anything else. I don't care about the balancing. I don't fucking give a shit. It's whatever. I think the game direction is aimless and all over the place. But the big issue I have is the 2 times assist. That's the main thing I have an issue with.
Quick post note that I forgot to mention, another big complaint is I feel like this game has too much freedom. Almost anything you can think of doing, you pretty much can, and damn near everything OTGs and all the supers will like pretty much always hit, and it's too much freedom, right? It's like, oh, I can combo off grabs, I can combo off all kinds of shit, right? And I think it makes the game, like I said, pretty much almost anything you can think of, you can pretty much do. And maybe that's the direction that they want. They want this loose, free kind of game, but it's just, it's too fucking loose. It's too much freedom, and it just makes the game feel, messy and sloppy, and there's no proper way or direction that this game is going. It's just like, whatever. And especially like I said, especially characters like Darius, who pretty much can just combo off literally everything. There's almost nothing in this game that a character can't combo off and then finish it into super. And it's just like, I don't know, there's really no choices to be made here. And maybe it's just to get like, oh, combo expression and shit like that. But the thing is there is no real combo expression here, because everyone's just going to do the optimal max damage combo. Like, I hate this sort of like trying to get combo expression, because the only real combo expression there is like, okay, optimal damage, optimal corner carry, optimal Oki, and then optimal corner damage as well, right? The optimal corner combo. And then maybe a side switch combo if your character is capable of doing that. But that's it, and it's going to be the same combos every single time, and it really depends on the game. But some characters will have, their optimal damage combo, optimal Oki combo, and their optimal corner combo is just the same combo. So there's no real combo expression there. So I don't know, but pretty much anything you can do any move can pretty much link into another move, and it's too much shit. It's too much freedom, And I think there needs to be a bit more a tighter grip on what you can and can't do, especially where it's like, oh, I can pretty much do a 40 damage combo and then finish it into super. Like, it doesn't matter what combo I can do. I'm going to finish it into super. And then I can go and fucking double down, and you've just lost like 70-80%, bro. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's too much freedom.
But yeah, that's the short and sweet of it. I could do like a big breakdown and shit, but I don't think I'd say anything that anyone else has already been saying, and I'm already making this game like, not this game, this guy, or what the fuck is this? This video a little bit late. I'm already making this one really late. You know, it's been, damn, over a week since the beta happened, so I feel like nothing I can really say, especially with any detail, hasn't already been said before. I just want to get that out there, get my opinion out there. But yeah, that's about it. I can't say I'm disappointed. It's what I expected. I wasn't expecting this game to be great. But the thing is, you know, this is a Riot game. And League of Legends, well, yeah, it does, like, they fucking stack your matches like the Yakuza and shit like that, and rig it from the start. At the very least, their rank system is well made. It is well structured. It does have integrity. Unlike current ranked games, who really just throw it out the window. These current ranked fighting games, they just don't care about their competitive integrity or their rank, and just throw rank inflation around like a motherfucker. So that's certainly a plus. And they also do frequent patches, right? Which that was the biggest thing I had with Street Fighter 6 is they're like, oh, our game is absolutely dog shit. We've got no balancing direction at all. You know, it's a vanilla launch. That's what you'd expect. And also, we're not going to balance it at all. See you next year. What? But you know, as much as I don't like Riot Paycheck Thieves basically changing the balancing every single fucking week or every other week, it's better than, I'd rather have a balance change every week than one balance change a year, right? So that is something that I think is nice, but this game is just not it. This game is really just not it. It's not good. I don't fuck with it. That's the short and sweet of it. So yeah, that's really it. I have nothing more to say. Peace.
Vagabond's the most broken movie
I'm
in
gonna
the game.
burst in the middle of the combo. I hope you know this.
No, don't burst in the middle of my combo.
Vagabond
Oh shit. Vagabond the most broken movie in the game. Vagabond. Oh, Trump. Dude, Vagabond's the most broken movie in the game.